how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the interception, here's Rudolph rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Rudolph. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jordan
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run here with Connor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Boswell on for the point after.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 7, Bengals nothing. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
2-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He was tackled.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
First down. Here's Burrow on the slant, complete to Green. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Bengals.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man open. It's Ross. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there and drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Rudolph now to throw. Ebron caught left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Eric Ebron.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Connor. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Connor on the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Rudolph. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
These two teams all tied after one.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Rudolph. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow on first down. And that's complete. It's Green here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Number 83, Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he is going to lose yardage here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
On the handoff, Connor. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, here's a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Brought down back at the 27.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On the tackle.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
For the field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Chris Boswell.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 55, mark that, 55.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
11 on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
John Ross.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
A gain of 2.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Eight yards to go on second down. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. It's third.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Burrow sacked. A loss of 5.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And that'll bring up fourth down as this Cincy defense stands up on third.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
and have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll get this complete to Erickson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And a Bengal first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Being chased out left. He's got Green. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Micah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Burrow going to throw again. On the screen, Bernard. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
24. Steelers 10.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. James 2nd and 5 coming up.
Carl,
man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the Bengals' 13-yard line.
Again, a run with Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 24, Steelers 17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st down, Bengals.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, Burrow eluding the pressure right. To Mixon on the check down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mixon with a 1st down carry, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Mixon.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
The Bengals.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
The tackle man.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete.
Tyler Boyd with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
For Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage. So here's 2nd and 11. They'll run here with counter. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
To Joe Mixon.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. His throw incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Rudolph. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Rudolph on 1st down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Rudolph's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Rudolph looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Rudolph going to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go on 4th, Rudolph. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Joe Mixon,
We got a plane to catch.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.